যদি শ্বেয়াৰ যদি কৰি দিওঁ নহয় এতিয়া নহয় আপোনাৰ যদি হেৰিয়ত যাব আছে ন ইয়াত হেৰি কৰিব না মানে ধৰক আগত যোৱা পিছত যোৱা তাৰপিছত আকৌ যদি ডেস্কটপত যদি যাবগৈ লাগে আনিবলৈ সেইটো ঠিক আছে যদি মানে ক্লিক কৰে আকৌ ডেস্কটপত গ'লে এইটো চাউণ্ডটো গৈ আছে কিন্তু আপোনাৰ
Good evening all. Is my voice audible to the students who are joining online?
Yes.
So today is the introductory class on this cost accounting. So before we start, can I get a brief? How many of you are from commerce background? Graduates? Through foundation. Okay. So those who have studied graduation must have studied something about the cost accounting, and those who have done through foundation, they have done some sort of financial accounting. And I think those who have done engineering, they have also done some sort of accounting, something on finance or economics during your engineering studies. So in this group 1 intermediate course, you are having papers on financial accounting also, you are having papers on cost accounting also. So what are the different branches of accounting? First, let us have a look. So when we say financial accounting, what it comes to our mind? What does financial accounting say? Or what is the purpose of this financial accounting? How cost accounting is different from financial accounting? The very first chapter of the book basically focuses on very basic things. So you can study these things. Those are required for getting the concepts of cost accounting. The evolution of the cost accounting profession in India actually dates back before independence on a wide scale. Government used to award many contracts on a cost plus basis. Cost plus basis means cost plus some profit margin. So monitoring of the cost was very essential requirement. All of you follow lectures in English, or I will speak in Hindi or Assamese. Assamese is not possible, we can discuss otherwise after the class, but most of the lectures will be either in English or Hindi. That is okay for all of you? Yeah. So determination of the cost was the topmost importance at that point of time. So that is why the Institute of Cost and Works Accountants of India, originally the name is ICWAI. Today we call it Institute of Cost Accountants of India, and the profession is named as Cost and Management Accountant, CMA. So the institute was formed under an Act of Parliament in the year 1959, and in 1968 statutory cost audit under the Companies Act came. So when we say cost, when we say the cost, what comes to our mind? What is cost? You can read the lines. It is the amount of expenditure, something you have to pay. So is it necessary you have to pay it in cash? other than cash, what can be a cost? Sorry? No, we are talking about expense part. Amount of expenditure. You see it is written notional. Actual or notional. Notional cost is also a cost. So incurred or attributable to a given thing for acquiring anything. Now the basic question is cost of an item. Each and every item has a cost. Whatever you buy in your daily life, आप जो डेली खरीदते हैं अपने लिए पर्सनल नीड्स के लिए या कंपनी के बिजनेस के लिए, कुछ ना कुछ पैसा पहले डालना पड़ता है, उसके बाद ही आप इनकम जनरेट करते हैं बिजनेस से, ठीक है ना? So when we speak or when we say cost of an item, is it an expense or it's an asset? ये क्वेश्चन है, क्या आता है माइंड में?
Depends upon the item.
Depends upon the item
Purchase.
that you purchase. Any item, any? Do you want to say something? Same thing. So when you say it depends, give an example.
So like if you are buying a asset like furniture and all, which will be used to generate further income, then it will be considered as asset. But if you are spending money or like buying something for our day-to-day purpose, then it will be considered as an expense for the business.
Yes. Is it clear to all of you what is saying? So the item can be an expense, it can be an asset. For example, a manufacturing company, it buys raw materials खरीदता है प्रोडक्शन करने के लिए, उसको इक्विपमेंट्स मशीनरीज भी चाहिए होता है, बिल्डिंग भी चाहिए होता है फैक्ट्री के लिए. Everything is an acquisition and everything has a cost. The building comes at a cost, the plant and machineries comes at a cost, the raw materials also comes at a cost. So if it is raw material, it is to be used for production purpose, that is an expense for you. And if it is for creating an asset which is expected to be used over a period of time to generate that income, then it is considered as an asset. That is basically investment. So everything like investment, when we talk about investment, what is the acquisition cost at what it was purchased? Okay? What is cost, what is costing, what is cost accounting, what is cost accountancy? These terms are interchangeably used and it will be used throughout your studies in this paper. So conceptually, as and when you progress, you will be learning many tools, techniques of cost accounting. Various terms will be used. So it is very much necessary to get the terminologies clearly understood. So when we say costing, it is basically the techniques and processes of ascertaining cost. When we say costing, it is basically some techniques and processes. So what are those techniques and processes that we will learn in this subject, cost accounting? When we say cost accounting, it's a process of accounting for ascertaining the costs. It is a process for ascertaining the cost using these tools and techniques. That is called cost accounting. Here, very simple things. So application of costing and cost accounting for cost control, ascertainment of profitability, and why we do costing, why it is necessary. We are discussing it in the next slide basically. Why cost accounting is required? Why do we need costing?
Ascertain the profit.
Yeah. Why do we need financial accounting?
We have maintain a daily record of all the financial transactions that has been going on in the business.
financial accounting, those who have done already, I think in foundation also or in BCom also, you have done group 2. So financial accounting basically records the transactions which takes place on a daily basis. Any purchase, any sale, any payments of expenses, any acquisition of asset, ultimately what is the results of your operation for a particular financial year, means whether profit or loss, and what is the position of your assets and liabilities as on a given date. Financial accounting tells us that much only. एक कंपनी एक साल में बिजनेस किया है, सो एक साल मीन्स फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर ईयर हमने कितना प्रॉफिट बनाया है या लॉस किया है, एंड मेरा वेरियस एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटीज जो बैलेंस शीट में है उसका वैल्यू क्या है वो जानने के लिए वो फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग हम बनाते हैं. जो ट्रायल बैलेंस है, प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट, बैलेंस शीट वगैरह ये सब बनता है. सो इट गिव्स यू अ पिक्चर अबाउट all the operations of the company. The company may have different activities. It may manufacture 8 to 10 products. It may have some other services also. But the financial statement does not say the performance of each and every product or performance of each and every service segment. Then you need the costing. When you want to ascertain the profitability of a particular product, एक प्रोडक्ट का जानना है कि ये कैसा परफॉर्म किया है, ये एक सर्विस का जानना है ये कैसा इसका परफॉर्मेंस रहा है. परफॉर्मेंस मीन्स अल्टीमेटली प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी. सो इट विल शो द प्रॉफिट और लॉस प्रोडक्ट वाइज और सर्विस वाइज. सो यू हैव टू कीप योर बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स मीन्स कॉस्ट रिकॉर्ड्स फॉर ईच एंड एवरी एक्टिविटी यू कैरी आउट. ठीक है, so that we know the accurate cost of your jobs, any materials, finished products, and compare it with the previous period. So you have to maintain it on a periodical basis. So it basically speaks about the historical costing. इस साल में क्या क्या कॉस्ट रहा, you have recorded it here. What is my material cost, what is my labor cost, what is my other expenses, everything you have recorded, सब रिकॉर्ड हो गया. नेक्स्ट साल फिर जाएंगे, फिर वही चीज करेंगे. Then you compare it with the previous period, how your cost performance has been during the year. उसके लिए करते हैं. Prepare periodical cost statements for guidance of the management in planning and forecasting. This cost accounting data is used by management. That is why the term CMA, cost and management accountancy. बेसिक थिंग इज द कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग, जहाँ पे जो ऑपरेशन हो रहा है उसका हिस्टोरिकल रिकॉर्ड आप मेंटेन कर रहे हैं पीरियड वाइज. नाउ व्हेन यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर फॉर प्लान फॉर द फ्यूचर, ईच एंड एवरी कंपनी प्रिपेयर बजट. सब लोग बजट बनाता है. बजट करने के लिए बेसिक डाटा आएगा कहाँ से? ऑब्वियसली लास्ट ईयर क्या हुआ था या पिछले सालों ट्रेंड कैसा रहा है, वही सब देख के हम बजट बनाते हैं. Then obviously additional activities coming in, you have to address those things also. So while preparing the budgets or any other management planning, forecasting, any decision making, you need the cost information relating to a particular product or activity or any service. Correct? Evaluate the production process with your cost data. अब अगर कॉस्टिंग इज मेनली कंसर्न विद द मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर और प्रोडक्शन सेक्टर और एक्सट्रैक्टिव इंडस्ट्रीज ऑल्सो, ऑब्वियसली सर्विस इंडस्ट्री ऑल्सो. ठीक है. सो कोई भी प्रोडक्शन प्रोसेस जानना जरूरी है. व्हेन यू आर डूइंग कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग, इट इज सिंपली नॉट की रिकॉर्डिंग द कॉस्ट. Because for evaluation you need to understand the process, what is the cost incurred in every process. We have a chapter on process costing, that is the method of costing that we'll be learning later on when we move forward. So you need to understand the process and analyze it with the cost data, means cost incurred for that process, compare it with the previous period to assess the efficiency of operations. Just what I said, compare it. मतलब एक प्रोसेस में स्टैंडर्ड कॉस्ट सेट करते हैं या बजट करते हैं या फोरकास्ट करते हैं इतना होना चाहिए, इफ योर एक्चुअल कॉस्ट इज एक्सीडिंग दैट. Distribution of overhead cost to products and services in a rational manner. Now here we have used the term overhead. What is overhead? Anyone having any idea? कुछ idea है what is overhead? Indirect material and indirect labor. समझ में आया किसी को what is overhead? We'll be discussing. We have chapters and there is a cost accounting standard also on overhead. What are the different types of overhead? It is an item of expense. Timing just you keep in mind. Overhead is an expenditure basically. Overhead are those items which are basically indirect costs. Here rightly say indirect cost or indirect items of expenses. Indirect means suppose you are manufacturing cement or say any electronic goods. What are the expenses that cannot be directly attributed to this particular product? मान लीजिए कि you have taken the factory on a lease, so you have to pay monthly lease rental. तो वहाँ पे एक टीवी आपने मैन्युफैक्चर किया उस फैक्ट्री में, कैन यू से कि मेरा टीवी का जो कॉस्ट होगा उसमें इतना पैसा फैक्ट्री लीज रेंट का है? आप नहीं बोल सकते because that is a common cost. आपने फैक्ट्री में 1000 यूनिट्स ऑफ टीवी बनाया है and the rent you are paying for the entire factory. तो वो फैक्ट्री में जो भी प्रोडक्शन हो रहा है each यूनिट में उस कॉस्ट को जो डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन करना है, दिस इज कॉल्ड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ ओवरहेड. किस बेसिस में करेंगे? देयर आर डिफरेंट बेसिसेस फॉर एलोकेशन फॉर अपॉर्शनमेंट ऑफ द कॉस्ट. we'll be discussing these things later on, so that is why just ये सब चीज एक बार रीडिंग करनी है. ये मटेरियल विल बी शेयर टू ऑल ऑफ यू आफ्टर दिस क्लास. जस्ट थोड़ा सा रीडिंग चाहिए बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए. Provide cost related information for any managerial decision making. Managerial decision making means when you do management accounting or management is faced with many situations. कि मान लीजिए आपके पास दो ऑप्शंस है एंड यू हैव टू इवैल्यूएट कौन सा बेस्ट है, which one is cost effective, which one will give more profit, एनालाइज करना है. So in those decision making process, management will need a lot of cost information. So those are possible only when you maintain a cost accounting system, you maintain a cost accounting records. We'll get very small, say objective type of questions are there in your paper. We'll be getting 1 or 2 or 3 marks questions on these things. Important to understand the difference between cost accounting and financial accounting. What is cost accounting and what is financial accounting? We have discussed also, we just initiated the discussion. What is the purpose of financial accounting? Prepare the profit and loss and balance sheet for the owners and shareholders. For the owners and shareholders. It is for the statutory authorities also. Statutory authorities means for the purpose of filing of your income tax return for your business, you need to prepare this balance sheet and profit and loss account. So, it is for statutory purpose also. Under Companies Act, you have to submit this balance sheet, your whole of your balance sheet and profit and loss account to Register of Companies (ROC), annual filing. So that is for a statutory purpose also. Cost accounting, to provide detailed cost information to the management and government. Why and government? Because in case of some selected industries, cost audit is statutory. It is under the Companies Act. Means statutorily you are required to get your cost records audited by a practicing cost accountant, and you have to file your report with the government, NCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. And obviously management is number one, because management will always need cost data for various purposes. For forecasting, planning, decision making, this cost accounting is required. That is why cost accounting is also called managerial accounting. So it basically reveals the profit or loss of a business as a whole. एक कंपनी का कितना प्रॉफिट हुआ है या कितना लॉस हुआ है वो बताता है। यहाँ पे ये डाटा फॉर ईच प्रोडक्ट, प्रोसेस और डिपार्टमेंट। So when you accumulate all these things, only then you will get this. So it gives a more detailed picture. 5 प्रोडक्ट लेके काम कर रहे हैं, हो सकता है 3 प्रॉफिट कर रहा है, 2 घाटे में चल रहा है। जो 2 प्रोडक्ट घाटे में चल रहा है उसका परफॉर्मेंस हम कैसे इंप्रूव करें? Only then your overall profit will increase. So how to improve your profit? You need cost accounting, you need cost reports, you need cost data, you need cost data analysis. Control aspect. Emphasis on recording of financial transactions only. मतलब डे टू डे जो ट्रांजेक्शन्स हो रहा है, रेजिंग ऑफ फाइनेंस, टेकिंग लोन, मेकिंग एक्सपेंडिचर और सेलिंग गुड्स, परचेजिंग रॉ मटेरियल्स, पेइंग एनी बिजनेस एक्सपेंसेस, डन इन फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग. In cost accounting also it is required, but detailed system of control with techniques like standard costing, inventory control, etc. मतलब these things, expenditure recording or transactions recording is required in cost accounting also. But in cost accounting what we do, we compare it with the standard cost. So you need to state the standard first. Standard costing is a tool for control purpose. Standard what it says, assuming a particular level of efficiency in a material, labor and overhead, what should be the cost of a particular product or a service. When you record the actual transactions, you get the actual result. You compare the actual with the standard, you get a variance. Then you try to find out what is the reason for variance. कारण क्या है? Accordingly, when you know the reason, you can take actions for correcting those. Only then you can improve. So it is more on the control aspect, apart from historical cost problem. So ये सब points 3-4 याद रखना है. There will maybe some short questions, some kind of one objective type questions. What is cost unit? ये सब basic terms जो है ये सब थोड़ा याद रखना है, because as and when we advance, we will be doing other chapters. These things will keep on coming on repeatedly. तो ये सब का आइडिया होना जरूरी है. कॉस्ट यूनिट बोले तो समझ में क्या आता है? When I say cost unit, you should be able to understand quickly what is cost unit or what I am talking about. It is the unit of product or a service in relation to which the costs are assigned. Clear? In relation to which, जो रेट किया हुआ है, डार्क रेट. Emphasis is on this part. Examples कुछ दिया हुआ है. Say in case of cement, sugar or steel industry, unit is metric ton. So we calculate the cost in terms of rupees per metric ton. We calculate the total cost. We divide the total cost by the number of units produced. So number of units produced is in terms of इतना metric ton, इतना million metric ton या इतना 1000 metric ton. In our oil and gas industry also, it is in terms of metric ton or kiloliters or barrels. In case of chemical industry, it could be any one of these. It could be in terms of kilogram, it could be in terms of liter, because it is a volume based. In case of say nursing home, it will be bed per day per patient. In case of paper industry, it is in terms of ream. In case of hotel, it is room per day. Whenever you go to a hotel for staying, you have to know the tariff. That is tariff per day, room rent or room charges per day. So based on these industries, these are basically the cost unit. So cost unit, I think you have understood, is the unit of the product or the service in terms of which cost is ascertained. Simple. Classification of the cost on the basis of identifiability, direct and indirect. डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट किसको बोलेंगे, इनडायरेक्ट किसको बोलेंगे? कीप जस्ट ए मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी इन माइंड. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी को ध्यान में रखते हुए वहाँ पे बोलिए डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट क्या होगा, इनडायरेक्ट कॉस्ट क्या होगा.
So if the number of units are increasing at the same time, cost is also increasing, then it will be a direct cost.
So what is the criteria for determining direct?
Like we need to check the number of units producing. Like if you are producing 1 unit and the cost of producing that 1 unit is 10 rupees and the cost of producing 2 rupees is 20 rupees, then since the unit is also increasing at the same time, at the same variable, the cost is also increasing.
So what you are talking, that is basically incremental cost. But I am saying what is direct and what is indirect cost. ये एक प्रोडक्ट है which is manufactured by a company, ठीक है? This is the product. So what is the direct cost in this? Perfect. Because raw material is built in this product, is directly identified. The laborers who are engaged in the production shop floor for producing this product, that is identified. Any other expense which can be directly traceable, that is why we are saying identifiability. If we can identify if it is directly related, then it is called direct. If it cannot be identified, it is indirect. As I gave the example of rent, whether the rent for the factory premises is it identified anywhere? Or some insurance expenses are taken for the plant and machineries installed in the premises. We take insurance for our assets. We have to pay the premium on the insurance. Can it be identified directly with this product? It is apportioned. Obviously, it is built in the cost. It cannot be directly identified. So, based on the identifiability or traceability, we identify cost as a direct or indirect. Raw material cost for a product, it is a direct cost. Direct labor is a direct cost. Direct labor means the laborers who are directly engaged in the production function. There will be a lot of laborers in the factory. All are not production laborers. Some will be support services. जैसे आपका फैक्ट्री में कोई मान लीजिए एक पावर हाउस होगा और सप्लाइंग पावर टू ऑल द यूनिट्स, वहाँ पे भी लेबर होंगे, but they are not working on the production. They are production on generation of some utility which provides support or some services to your production shop floor. तो उसका जो खर्चा है लेबर, that is indirect labor. ठीक है? On the basis of behavior, fixed, variable, semi-variable. On the basis of behavioral study of cost. As I said, rent is fixed or variable or semi-variable. Why rent is variable? when we say cost is variable or when we say cost is a fixed? How many of you are in favor of variable or how many of you are in favor of fixed? Fixed. Fixed. No idea. Fixed or variable? Variable. No idea. One mark is gone. Fixed or variable? Variable. Variable. You? Variable. Why it is variable?
It is changing from month, may change from month to month. From contract period, you have to.
Now let me get the reasons why it is variable. Your reason? Huh?
Fixed because rent is a fixed amount.
When you pay rent, when you make a rent agreement, normally you make an agreement, and that agreement is for a particular period. Say 1 साल के लिए लिया, 3 साल के लिए लिया, 10 साल के लिए लिया या 50 साल के लिए लिया. There will be some escalation if it is a very long-term contract. या 3 साल में बढ़ाना है. So in long run, all costs are variable. In longer term, all costs are variable. Even salary is also variable. But we have to judge with respect to that product. आप जो प्रोडक्शन कर रहे हैं, आज मान लीजिए this product, if you are producing 1000 units, if you produce 1010 units, does your rate increase? It doesn't increase. It remains fixed up to a certain volume. जैसे आप प्रोडक्शन करते हैं, हर फैक्ट्री में एक इंस्टॉल्ड कैपेसिटी होता है कि ये इतना यूनिट तक प्रोड्यूस कर सकता है. इट्स रेटेड कैपेसिटी ऑफ द मशीन. देन यू प्लान फॉर कि साल में 1 महीना मेंटेनेंस के लिए चाहिए होगा, कुछ डाउन टाइम रहेगा. सो बेस्ड ऑन दैट माय नॉर्मल आइडियल कैपेसिटी इज से 95% or 90% of the rated capacity. So up to this 90% of this rated capacity, whatever expenditure you are incurring, after production मान लीजिए 1 लाख यूनिट प्रोड्यूस करते थे. सो 1 लाख का 90% मतलब 90,000 यूनिट. सो 90,000 यूनिट्स तक आप अगर प्रोड्यूस करेंगे, जो जो कॉस्ट आपका चेंज नहीं होगा, दो आर फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट. क्योंकि आपका जो शॉप फ्लोर है, दैट कैन अकोमोडेट द मशीनरीज टू प्रोड्यूस 90,000 यूनिट्स. कल आप प्लान करेंगे कि नहीं मुझे 1.5 लाख बनाना है, 1,50,000 यूनिट बनाना है, यू नीड एडिशनल स्पेस, then your rate will increase. So it does not change with increase in the number of units of production. Simply रॉ मटेरियल, आप अगर 1 यूनिट बनाता है, जितना लगेगा 2 यूनिट बनाने के लिए डबल लगेगा. सिंपली मल्टीप्लाई. सो इट इज वेरी. So we judge fixed and variable based on that behavior. On the basis of elements. Elements means basically the component we are talking about. Cost बोले तो cost means expense. So what kind of expense? What is the nature? Either it is the material, or it is a labor, or it is an expense. Now whether it is direct or indirect, that will be discussed later. It may be direct. Any of these 3 items may be direct. Any of these 3 items may be indirect. On the basis of functions, production, administration, R&D, selling, distribution, or sometimes it is selling and distribution is called marketing overhead also. Marketing overhead भी बोला जाता है. So what is production overhead? Basically production में जो डायरेक्ट काम कर रहे हैं वो related indirect expense. Overhead is always indirect. As I said in the very first slide, overhead is indirect. Administration overhead. In your factory, all the people are not working on production. There are a lot of people working on the administration side, taking care of the administrative needs. You need a lot of clearances, permissions. People are arranging for that. You have to maintain the labors. You have an R&D cell for doing research and all this, which does not have a direct link with the production. Selling and distribution. Selling and distribution is people who are responsible for selling the products, generating more customers. Distribution, making transportation arrangement to send the goods from your factory to the dealer location or the where is the demand center. On the basis of process and production, batch, pharmaceutical industry, if you have purchased medicines and all this, perhaps you have noted this is the batch number. So they cost batch wise. In a particular batch, they produce say 1000 units, 5000 units, or 10,000 units. So batch wise, the cost is determined. Same product, if it is produced in batch number 1, cost may be something. The same medicine which is produced in some other batch, cost may be a little different. That is batch wise costing. Process industries basically. Cement, process based industry. Some chemical industries also, process based. So for each process we need to determine the cost. Now after one process ends, the subsequent process starts. So cost is transferred from the previous process to the subsequent process with an opening balance. Then the next process have its own cost. Then it will be complete. It may have 3 or 4 processes. For each process, the cost will get on adding to determine the total cost. Contract cost. Contract, I think all of you are aware, whatever you know. If you are giving anything on contract, any contractual services, it may be for construction, it may be for any repair maintenance jobs. Joint cost. Any idea what is joint cost? What? Joint cost. What is joint cost? Have you heard this term anywhere? What is joint cost? How many of you have done BCom? Any paper on cost management accounting?
शेयर्ड फैसिलिटी यूज करेंगे तो
Shared
कोई भी शेयर्ड फैसिलिटी अगर यूज करते हैं जैसे तो शेयर्ड एकोमोडेशन यूज करते हैं दोनों को कॉस्ट में अलग होता है 10,000 रेंट पे किया 5,000।
हाँ, कमिंग क्लोज। जैसे मान लीजिए एक रॉ मटेरियल आप प्रोसेस करते हैं एक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट। Mostly you will find this joint cost in chemical or oil industry, refineries. एक ही crude oil है, you get petrol, you get diesel, you get naphtha, you get many other products, you get bitumen from the same crude oil. Different boiling point में product generate होता है, it passes through different processes. So means if a process give rises to more than one product, so उस process का cost आपको दोनों product में allocate करना होता है, otherwise product cost cannot be determined. और इसको बोलते हैं split of point. So up to split of point फिर वो अलग अलग हो जाएगा दोनों product. It may have their own processes individual, but up to the split of point they are through a common process. So वो common process का cost वो joint, that is called basically joint cost. The process cost is called joint cost. उसको allocate करना. So classic example is oil industry. So this is a sample cost sheet. How we basically, to give an idea, we will be doing practical problems on preparation of cost sheet. Cost sheet कैसे बनता है? Cost sheet किसके लिए बनता है? किसके लिए बनता है cost sheet? Why do we prepare cost sheet? 5 प्रोडक्ट बन रहा है तो 5 प्रोडक्ट का 5 अलग अलग कॉस्ट होंगे एंड टेकिंग ऑल दिस यू गेट द टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर फिगर ऑफ द कंपनी. So as we have discussed, कोई भी just focus on the previous slide on the basis of elements of cost. Cost are basically of 3 types: material, labor, and expenses. Now you see the cost sheet. The first 3 items are direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses. In the previous slide, what we studied? It says only materials, labor, and expenses. So only the direct part is listed here. We will have indirect also. We will have indirect materials also. We will have indirect labor also. We will have indirect expenses also. Now, whatever are the direct items which can be directly identified or traced with the cost object. Cost object means हम किसके लिए cost determine कर रहे हैं? कोई एक प्रोडक्ट के लिए, कोई एक प्रोसेस के लिए या कोई एक सर्विसेज के लिए वी आर डिटरमिनिंग द कॉस्ट और वी आर ट्राइंग टू असर्टेन द कॉस्ट. उसके लिए जो भी डायरेक्ट रॉ मटेरियल होगा, उसके लिए जो डायरेक्ट लेबर एक्सपेंसेस होगा एंड एनी अदर डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंसेस होगा, फर्स्ट दोज आइटम्स विल कम एंड सम ऑफ दिस 3 इज टर्म्ड एज प्राइम कॉस्ट. So question is, when we say what is prime cost, you know what are the must know what are the components of the prime cost. There is only 3 items: direct labor, direct material, direct expenses. You will be given a list of expenses. From there you have to identify which one is direct. You will be asked to calculate the prime cost, calculate the factory cost. So from the list of given items you must be able to identify which are the direct items. Adding up the direct items आपको जो मिलेगा that is called prime cost. ठीक है? From prime cost next is works overhead. What is works overhead? Factory overhead. Now we switch over to this on the basis of functions. As I said, all indirect expenses are basically called or termed as overhead. ठीक है? प्राइम कॉस्ट के बाद सारा ओवरहेड आएगा. इन विच ऑर्डर? वो एक ऑर्डर फॉलो करके आता है. नॉट दैट कि पहले सेलिंग एंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हो जाएगा. प्रोडक्ट प्रोड्यूस ही हुआ नहीं तो सेलिंग डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कहाँ से आएगा? वो तो एकदम लास्ट आइटम है. First है production related overheads. On the basis of functions, all production overheads. So production related, all material, all labor and expenses which are indirect, not directly identifiable, will come on the production overheads. Then will come administration overhead. So administration related, all your employee cost, some material cost. In administration also you may need material. You need to purchase stationery at least. Stationery तो चाहिए ऑफिस चलाने के लिए. Other expenses भी हो सकता है. So those are all indirect. Indirect in relation to the product cost object. What is the cost object? That's product or service. So when we say the term cost object, we must be very clear that we are talking about a product or a service for which we want to ascertain the cost. So whatever is direct in relation to the cost object, those are called prime, and which are indirect in relation to the cost object, those are called overheads. Now it is relating to which function? Production, administration, or selling and distribution. If it is relating to production, it will come under production overheads. If it is relating to administration function, it will come under administration overhead. And if it is relating to selling, distribution, or marketing, it will come here. So with the prime cost, when we say works overhead and production overhead, sometimes it is called manufacturing overhead. Same thing. Sorry. Factory overhead. We may call it factory overhead also. So we get the works cost. Works cost may be called as manufacturing cost, something like that. Office and administration overheads. With this, office and administrative overheads will be added, then we will get the cost of production. But whether office and administrative overhead is a part of cost of production or cost of sales, there may be dilemmas, there may be questions. 100% of office and administrative overhead may not be a part of cost of production. I will give examples when yes and when no. Then what is the difference between cost of production and cost of sales? Selling and distribution is the extra item coming in. So when we add up the selling and distribution with cost of production, we get the cost of sales. Then we compare it with the sales price. The resultant figure is either profit or loss. Now office and administration overhead, as I said, whether it is a part of the cost of production or it is a part of the, or it will come below cost of production. When office and administrative overheads, the term you have understood, these are basically office running expenses. Whoever staff is not directly working on the production, sitting in the offices, carrying after, like accounts is an administrative department or production department or selling department? Administration. Personnel department? Administrative. Jobs are administrative. So what is the role of accounts department or personnel department in this part of cost of production? How do they contribute to the production? They do not contribute. What they contribute? Think of a multi-location factory. एक कंपनी का 3-4 फैक्ट्रीज है in different states. There is a corporate office also sitting in some other location. The corporate office administration is also an administration overhead, corporate office expenses. Each and every factory location में जो आपका फाइनेंस एंड अकाउंट्स या पर्सनल डिपार्टमेंट या जो भी डिपार्टमेंट है, they are a part of the production unit. Corporate office is not. Corporate office is for all the 4 factories. They are not directly contributing to the production. In that case, it will come as a part. It will come below the line. Corporate administration. If it is simply mentioned, office and administrative overhead for the purpose of your examination, take it as a part of cost of production. Okay? So we'll be doing detailed problems on this in the very next class. These are for conceptual understandings. Read the first chapter of the book. Just as a small example. इसमें आपको कुछ कैलकुलेट नहीं करना है. Just you find out which item is direct, which item is indirect, which is a part of prime cost, which is not a part of prime cost, which is a part of administration cost, and all these things. In the previous slides, it is just a sample. There will be many more items coming in the calculation, like stock adjustments. In factories, you always have stocks at different stages. You will have work in progress also. Many products in semi-finished condition, not complete. ठीक है, उसका भी वैल्यूएशन करना पड़ता है. वो कहाँ पे आएगा? रॉ मटेरियल मटेरियल परचेस्ड एंड रॉ मटेरियल कंज्यूम्ड, ये दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या है? What is the difference between raw material purchase and raw material consumed?
So raw materials consumed is used in the production.
Used in the production process. And purchase means obviously it is not consumed. And it is different from consumption. So what is the difference between purchase and consumption? That is basically stock. So that is why purchase means you have taken that much of goods, that much of raw material for producing, and out of that you have used something for producing the finished product, and something is still lying in store. So in cost sheet you have to make that adjustment. Opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock will give you the consumption figure. Here you do not find any consumption figure. You get the stock position, you get the purchase. But first you tell me whether raw material related item, calculation we will do next class. Raw material related item, is it a part of the prime cost? Yes? Clear? Manufacturing wages, part of prime cost or not? Why not? Direct or indirect? Direct. It's a part of the prime cost. They were engaged in manufacturing. Depreciation on plant, direct or indirect? How many of you are of the opinion that it is direct? Depreciation किसको बोलते हैं? What is depreciation?
Loss of the income due to when the course of production.
Depreciation किसके ऊपर कैलकुलेट होता है? सिंपल क्वेश्चन. फिक्स्ड एसेट्स के ऊपर. So फिक्स्ड एसेट्स हम उसी को बोलते हैं which will be used over a period of time. 10 साल यूज करेंगे, 15 साल यूज करेंगे. वो 10 या 15 साल के हिसाब से उसके ऊपर एक चार्ज हर साल हम प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस में चार्ज कर देते हैं इन फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग. तो बेसिकली वो एक साल का खर्चा है, वो एसेट का एक साल का खर्चा है. डू यू आइडेंटिफाई डायरेक्टली द प्रोडक्ट? नो. हम उसको एलोकेट करते हैं, इतना प्रोडक्शन हुआ है, इसमें डेप्रिसिएशन इतना पैसा बैठेगा. So it is an indirect item. But whether it's manufacturing, it is administration, or it is a selling and overhead. That is the next question. First we know it is an indirect. First we have to understand it is direct or indirect. Clear? Indirect. Then next question, is it manufacturing? Is it selling and distribution, or it is administration? Manufacturing. ये प्लांट के ऊपर बात कर रहा है. The plant is used for manufacturing. It may say depreciation on distribution vehicles. आप गुड्स को डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करने के लिए you have some own vehicles. आपका खुद का प्रोडक्ट है, टैंकर्स है, जिस प्रोडक्ट को बेचते हैं. So selling the products. In that case, it will form part of the selling and distribution. You will have lot of administrative assets. ऑफिस में कंप्यूटर होगा, AC होगा, चेयर टेबल होगा, फर्नीचर होगा. Those are also depreciation assets. That depreciation is a part of the administration. So what kind of asset it is? उसके साथ relate करके हुआ है. Factory rents and rates, direct or indirect? Indirect. Next question is कौन सा ओवरहेड? फैक्ट्री ओवरहेड? Anyone in favor of administration overhead or selling overhead? No. It simply says about the factory rents and rates. Factory rent. Office rent. Indirect. First समझना है कि direct और indirect. क्योंकि when you calculate the prime cost, only direct items cover होगा. बाकी सब नीचे overheads में. कौन सा ओवरहेड में, देन उसको समझना है. सो इन दिस वे जस्ट आप इसको गो थ्रू कीजिए, उसको पहले जो भी पढ़ा है स्लाइड्स में, डिफरेंट क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ कॉस्ट बेस्ड ऑन आइडेंटिफिकेशन ऑफ ट्रेसेबिलिटी, बेस्ड ऑन बिहेवियर, बेस्ड ऑन नेचर, कहाँ से कैसे लिंक होता है, उस कॉन्सेप्ट को पहले दिमाग में रखिए. ठीक है. Next class will be starting problems doing, and 1.1 जो आपका बुक्स में है, ये सभी क्वेश्चंस है. बेसिकली व्हाट इज कॉस्ट अकाउंटिंग, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन कॉस्ट मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग और फाइनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग, ये सब थोड़ा बहुत इसमें भी है, थोड़ा बहुत तो कर लीजिए. एंड इज अ वेरी सिंपल पेपर टू अंडरस्टैंड, बट डोंट टेक इट इजी. This is the core paper of the institute. The questions will be very tricky. इतना easy नहीं होगा. ठीक है. So you have to give some time for practicing also, apart from studying. तो पहले क्लास में जो भी हो रहा है उसको थोड़ा ध्यान से सुन के पढ़ लीजिए. Then you start doing some practices. ठीक है. So आज यहीं पे ख़त्म कर देंगे. My next class will be on 17th. Monday I am not there. Tomorrow and Monday I am not there. So 17th को next class. ठीक है. Thank you.